All right, I'm here. Shout out to LeBron.
Now I know what you're thinking. Where is here? What's up with the title? And what does it have to do with LeBron James? Well, not much actually, but let me explain. So this past Labor Day, I had got a meme from my friend, and it's interesting because it had a point. LeBron James, who's arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time, is in his 23rd season of his career. Who knows how much longer he's going to play? Now, I never got the chance to see Michael Jordan play, but if I want the opportunity to see LeBron, I better do it sooner than later. So I agreed and said I would keep that in mind. I get back to looking up metal figs on Whatnot, and a post caught my eye. It was for Tommy, the green Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a show I used to watch all the time as a kid. The next thing I noticed was an autograph by the late great Jason David Frank, and it came with a price tag of $350. Now, I could never imagine paying that much for a metal fig, but I get it. Due to the untimely passing, this could be one of the last few things he autographed. I would have loved to gotten his autograph while he was still around, but unfortunately, that was an opportunity I missed. And that got me thinking, there are still Rangers around from the original team today where I'd still have the opportunity to get. I think I might have an idea. So I sit down at my computer, and the first thing I think of is, what would this even look like? So, in terms of Power Rangers, we know there were a total of 10 actors across the 3 seasons who took on the original 7 colors of the series. And from there, we know Jada made 7 metal figs representing each member of the team. With that, I think we could plot the plan out like this. We would need 2 red metal figs for Jason and Rocky, 1 blue metal fig for Billy, 2 black metal figs for Zach and Adam, 2 pink metal figs for Kimberly and Kat, 2 yellow metal figs for Trini and Aisha, 1 green and 1 white metal fig for Tommy. Now I will take this moment to call it out now. I will not be able to get an autograph for 1 yellow metal fig or the white and green due to the passing of Twee Trang and Jason David Frank, but I will collect a metal fig in their honor. May they rest in peace. Now, I'm not even sure where to begin, but like most people looking for information, I start with Google and look up one of the few OG Rangers I know by name, Austin St. John. He played Jason, the Red Ranger, one of my favorite Rangers of all time. Now, I know in movies, a character randomly comes across a celebrity, but that doesn't really happen in my life. So I just look for anything that can tell me how to meet up with him. So I go to his Facebook looking for any clues, and I see a post about an event in Philly called RetroCon. You mean like Comic Con? At this moment, I didn't know any other conventions like that existed. So I start to think if there are other cons like Comic Con out there, maybe he'll be at one near me. Unfortunately, the only thing he has is the RetroCon event in a few days. I don't think we'll be able to make this one work. So I get back to Google and look up another Ranger that I know by name, Walter Emmanuel Jones. He played Zack. A lot of fans think he is one of the coolest Rangers, and I'm hoping he will be at an event nearby soon. And I see he has one coming up in a couple of weeks in Monroe, Michigan. And yeah, I don't think I'll be able to swing this one, at least not in this amount of time. As I'm not having any luck, I Google the rest of the Rangers. That way I can look up their schedules individually and see if anything comes up. So I start with another one I know, Amy Jo Johnson. She was the original Pink Ranger. And she has an event coming up in November. It's called Twin City Con in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I mean, it's not the furthest drive in the world. And with it being 2 months out, I might be able to make this one work. And it looks to be a 3-day event with a lot of celebrities. A lot that I've watched over the years. And I see her. And it looks like she'll be there for the entire 3 days. So I put a pin in that, as it looks like we might actually be onto something. So I get back to the list of Rangers, and I click on a Ranger whose name I did not know by heart. And would you look at that? I found a Ranger that will be less than a few hours from me at an event called Galaxycon, taking place in Des Moines, Iowa. So I click on the link, and I take a look at the guest list. And there she is, Catherine Sutherland. She took over for Kimberly when she stepped away from the team, and it looks like she's going to be there for all 3 days. So I click on tickets to see how much it would be to attend an event like this. And don't mind if I do copy this coupon code, just in case we actually do this. I see they have VIP tickets and bundled days if you're doing multiple. Wait, I don't really collect the 4-inch metal figs. I would need to see if I can get a pink Power Ranger metal fig in time for this event. The event is 10 days away, and this might not even be worth it if we can't get a metal fig in time. So I go to Mercari, a site where I've gotten a lot of my metal figs from in the past. And I look up Power Ranger metal figs, hoping there's a pink Ranger available, and that I will be able to get it within 10 days. So I click on the first post I see with a pink Ranger, and it looks like it would be a complete set of the team for $250. I know we will need all of them eventually, but since it's just Catherine at this event, let's see if there's just a pink Ranger by itself. So after I narrow my search down a bit more, I see there's a set of 4 that includes a pink Ranger. But like I said, maybe let's just see if there's one by herself. And here's one. Only for $17? With an estimated arrival date between September 8th and 15th. The 15th is the Monday after Galaxycon, and that'd be a real waste of time if the lead time overshoots the event. I take a look at the condition, and it's in decent shape. $17 is low risk if the lead time is too long. Some things to think about. Am I actually going to do this? Am I going to try and take this on? Well, I guess if you're watching this video,
I'm gonna do it.
Welp, he said it.
Can you say scope creep?
I can. And when you run into additional tasks or items that were not part of your original plan, you have to weigh the pros and cons. And what's the impact if you do nothing about the additional task? But like I said earlier, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity while I got it. Since I'm not that far away, I go with one of the single day tickets. That's Sunday. And after I purchase my ticket, I move over to my phone and grab the metal fig I just saw, and it even gave me an improved lead time. Things are already starting to look up. So with my order placed, all we can do is sit back and wait.
So I just got a Five Below, and unfortunately there were no new metal figs inside the store. I was inside the store. I did get a notification that I got a couple deliveries waiting on me at the house. So before I get to those, I'm going to make a stop to see a very important person in my life. My barber. I'm going to go get a haircut, and then I'm going to check in.
And after that very much needed haircut, I go right for the metal fig. The event begins tomorrow, and boy am I glad it showed up in time. I get it out the box, and I give it a once over. I don't see the White Ranger on here, but I guess that one came later in production. But hey, at least we got our metal fig. We're actually going to do this.
Okay, so we just arrived. We're about to go in. Got my bag right here. Everything we need. I got my markers for the autograph. Let's see. I got my metal fig for Catherine Sutherland to sign. What else we got? So I know there was going to be 2 other Rangers there. I got this coloring book because the Red Time Force Ranger is going to be there. So I'm going to have him sign this as well. And I also grabbed this comic book because the Yellow Zeo Ranger is also going to be there. So I'll actually have Catherine Sutherland sign both, and then I'll walk away with 2 autographs on this comic book. I mean, they're going to be there. You're not going to get their autographs, right? And I also got stuff for us to wear. It's to blend in. Oh, and I got you one too. No, it's not your style. Back in the bag. All right, let's get inside. All right, I'm here. Shout out to LeBron.
And now that you're all caught up, let's get inside Galaxycon. Des Moines Galaxycon was a 3-day event that took place between September 12th and 14th. I chose to show up on that Sunday just in hopes of avoiding crowds. Even on this Sunday, there were still a lot of people. This place is huge, which you'll probably hear me talk about throughout this video. Since this place is so large, I think the best place to start is be at the information table. As I walk up, I see a sign about a challenge. And being an engineer, I don't back down from challenges. My job is mostly turning challenges into solutions. So I ask information about the challenge, and apparently there are stamps on each level of this event that you have to collect in the passport. The intent is to get all attendees to explore.
Okay, we switched to the mic, so hopefully you can hear me a little better. Hopefully the audio is good. Let's get in there and check this out. Grab these. So, barely been in here less than 5 minutes, and we already have a side quest to the side mission. Let's go see if we can find one of those passports.
So as we make our way to the exhibit floor, as soon as you walk in, you are immediately thrown into a bunch of different sights, sounds, and smells. Some pleasant. I can see how this could be overwhelming for some. We start heading in deeper to the floor, and we can't stop looking from left to right. There's a lot going on, from the vendors to all the folks cosplaying right now. It really is a lot to take in. We finally make our way to the merch booth, where we were told we could pick up one of those passports.
Hi, I wanted to get one of these passports.
They're $5.
I also take the time to ask about the challenge and make sure that it can be completed in a day, which she said it is very doable. Now that we have our passport in hand, I think we're ready to start.
Merch stamp is right there.
Oh,
Well, at least I thought we were. I'm glad she stopped us and let us know that the first stamp is actually right behind her.
actually. Okay, one down, 13 left to go.
Now that we started this side quest, I need to get my bearings. I'm here to get some autographs, and now I got a side quest that is going to take me all over this place. So I look at the passport a little more and realize if you look in the event guide and follow the map, you can actually get an idea of some of the areas where the stamps are located. So I figured the best thing to do instead of wandering around aimlessly is take a moment to get organized.
Okay.
I find a little side table and take a second to jot down which floor each stamp is located on. There are a total of 4 levels inside this building, so if I can reduce the amount of time of searching, it's going to be worth it. So I start to walk around a bit more. I see one of the biggest collections of Funko Pops I've ever seen in my life. I should have asked the vendor how long it took to acquire so many of them.
There are just way too many Funko Pops to try to collect. That's why I wanted to start with something smaller, like the Jada metalfigs. Because trying to accomplish this is crazy.
Just to keep it real, I know there are a lot more than this out there. I know we are already on a side mission, but I decided to dive in a little more to the side quest. And the map takes us to Artist Alley, where you can find anything related to anime and just pop culture in general.
I wonder if those are original copies, because they don't really sell for cheap anymore. Dude, look at that, 1,500?
I know collecting Pokemon cards is at the highest it's ever been right now, but $1,500 is just a little too rich for my blood. I continue to make my way around Artist Alley, and then I see a few celebrities I did not know were going to be here. I see Iron Man accompanied by a couple of aliens that look like they're from the movie When Mars Attacks. Then I see the boys, Goku and Vegeta, and they even got Pikachu chilling in the spot. I kid. But next thing I know is we're right in front of a stamp. Stamp number 4, the cosplay lounge. So I have to add it to the collection.
All right. Got this one down, which is actually good because I didn't know what floor this was on, but I'm glad we came in here. All right. Now let's see if we can go find some more.
As we start to move, I see a sign talking about video games.
Let's do a quick detour.
And I really do hope it's quick. I still got 3 rangers that I gotta make my way back to before this day is over. Did I mention how huge this place is? This escalator takes us up to level 3, where they have a bunch of things to do, as well as collect some more stamps. I can immediately see some stamp locations as soon as I get up here, so it was a necessary detour. Since I'm here, I was able to grab stamps 6, 7, and 3.
Another one down.
Now as I head to stamp number 5, you might see this look on my face, like I can't believe my eyes, like I need my glasses. While the second part might be true, what I'm actually looking at is a silent disco,
Silent disco.
which to the untrained eye, it might just look like a bunch of people dancing around in a dark, quiet room, but I'm sure it's more fun than that. But for the time being, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. Now let's go locate stamp number 5. I see it, just sitting in the corner like one of those quiet kids at a school dance while everyone else is having a good time. I don't miss those days either. But let's add stamp number 5 to the collection. I see why they call this the video game arena. I spot a couple of people playing Street Fighter Third Strike. They have desktop games, and they even got the beta for 2XKO, a game that I'm actually looking forward to playing in the near future. But I don't have time for that. I'm on a mission. So before I make my way down to get the nice costume. So before I make my way down to get the autographs, I'm gonna grab the last few stamps on this level. Then I notice the path is bringing me to a long hallway. So long that I realize that I'm going the wrong way. And this is where the anxiety starts to kick in. I've already been here for a couple of hours. And I don't exactly know where the ranges are. If their lines are long, I mean it's Sunday. They could have already started packing up for the day to leave early and avoid the rush. Either way, worrying about it is not going to do me much good. So I try to calm down as I take the long way back into the venue. And after all that, nice costume. And after all that, I feel like I'm burning daylight. I need to quickly collect the last few stamps up here and then make my way downstairs. I make my way to stamp number 2, Super Stage. And when I go for it, of course the stamp didn't go well.
Should I risk it and do it again?
No, don't do it. But the perfectionist in me is not gonna let that just slide.
It's gonna be bad.
So then don't do it. There's no way this is gonna end well. Everybody hold your breath. We knew that was gonna happen. But at least we got stamp 2. Now let's shake it off and get this last stamp. We need to get downstairs. We make our way to stamp number 10 at Galaxy Inc. And this time, I'm gonna make sure I use the right amount of pressure. With stamp number 10 successfully collected, we can cross it off the list. As we start to make our way back downstairs, we joke about how bad stamp number 2 came out. Whoa, nice costume. And even more nice costumes. You know, since the minute I've walked in here, I've seen so many people put the time in to bring their cosplays to life. I'm sure it brings them joy to see their work come out well. After the time they put into it, I can definitely relate to that as an engineer. It's definitely inspiring to see people go all out for something they're passionate about. So inspiring. I think I want to ask them about it.
Okay, so can you tell me who you are and where do you come from?
I'm a Mandalorian. I come from Davenport, Iowa.
Okay. Now, do you get dressed up for all these types of cons? Is this your first Galaxycon?
So this is his first GalaxyCon, but I've done a few other ones. So our group here, the Mando Mercs, we dress up and do bounty hunts and stuff like that for charity.
Nice. Okay, so you take the time to. How long did this take to get on?
Right now, to get on,
Yes.
40 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
Do you make the costume yourself?
Yeah. This is we all made this one.
How long did that take?
Right now, 3 years.
3 years. It shows. No, this is actually pretty good. So this is actually our first time coming to a con. When you come to these things, what is something you have to do?
I think for us, it's just as long as we can make people happy,
Yeah.
just being here, that's what's important to us.
Take that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We take the time to keep chatting a little bit, and he tells me more about their group. And they are a cool bunch of people. I think that went well. I want to ask someone else.
Who are you and what show are you from?
I am Spock, and I am from the original series of Star Trek.
Are you from Des Moines, Iowa?
I am from Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yes, not Spock, but Spock is from Vulcan, but I am from Kansas City personally, yes.
Yeah. I don't watch.
I'm dropping the character, okay? Let's go.
It's fine. I don't watch too much Star Trek, but I'm sure he's not from Kansas.
Right, he's from Vulcan. Vulcan, he's half human. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you go to cons a lot? Do you take the time to get dressed? Is this your first Galaxycon?
I am locally. I'm from Kansas City, so I've been going to the. They have a Planet Comic-Con once a year. I've been going there, but they had the Galaxycon. It seemed a good opportunity to wear my cosplay. So
Definitely.
this Galaxycon, sort of, yeah. But yeah, what was the question again? Yeah, yeah. I started at Kansas City Planet Comic-Con, and this is my first away con actually. So,
Okay.
But yeah.
This is our first convention of any sort.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, any recommendations or suggestions as a first timer at any convention? Is there something that you have to do or see when you get here?
I would say try to plan ahead. The parking can be a challenge. Luckily, Kansas City, I would definitely try to reserve parking unless you're okay with walking. And then obviously the hotels. I was very fortunate to find a hotel cheap, close in downtown. That's another. Plan ahead is all I can say. Yeah.
Okay.
And just do a little bit of research so you know where one time I went and I didn't know where the entrance to the building was, and I had to walk multiple blocks, which is difficult in certain shoes. So do your research, find out where everything's located would be my advice.
No, thank you. I'll definitely take that into consideration.
I know we're on a mission, but this is fun. Let's do one more.
So, who are you and what show do you come from?
So this is Man Ray. He's from SpongeBob. But me personally, I go by Toaster Props. I love making props and things for people. Make some stuff for myself. My house has been filling up with them, so finally trying to get them out there. Get out.
So you made this yourself?
Yep.
How long did it take?
So this is actually my second one. First one, I had a little too much fun at a different con.
Okay.
And when I went to go take it off, my hands were all sweaty and threw it. And so spent a little more time with this one. This took me maybe a little under a month.
Okay.
It's 3D printed.
Yeah.
The eyes I made with welding goggle replacement parts. I shaved down to fit in there. It's all on magnets. The mouth, depending on the picture people want to take, I'll flip it around. You can be the bad guy. You can be the good guy. Oop. And then I have the Patrick ID for the whole bit from SpongeBob.
Stole it.
But I will say that shout out to the original 3D artist Spec 3D. Super chill dude. Let me use the file for it. So I did not do the 3D modeling myself, but I did all the printing and refining and all of that.
Nice. So do you get dressed up for all the cons? Do you attend a lot? Is this your first Galaxycon?
First Galaxycon, yeah. So they tested Iowa a bit with their animate, and so they did animate Iowa, and so I've been to those. I originally was gonna remake this after the first one broke, but people really enjoy it, and that's what I love is when people enjoy. I can see people having fun with something that I made.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'll keep doing it. So I made this. I also do Lethal Company. I don't know if you remember that game, but so it's an indie game, but I wore that the first day too, and I got like 10 other projects halfway done. We'll see if they ever get done. But
Okay, last question. So this is our first convention of any sort of like this.
Yeah.
What is your recommend or suggestion for first timers when they come to something like this?
ooh, gosh, I will say it is easy to get overwhelmed with all the celebrities, all the vendors, all the artists. Figure out a schedule ahead of time. If you got panels you want to hit, write those down, put something in your cell phone, something to go off so you get there, because you'll blink and it'll be 3 hours later and you missed 3 things you wanted to see.
Right.
But
Oh, awesome.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
It was real cool to meet these guys. I do appreciate them taking the time to talk to me. Now, I wish I could say this is the part where I go and get the autographs, but I gotta feed my cameraman, so we're gonna take a quick food break first. And this might actually be what we need at this moment in time.
My favorite candy.
Always show love to the people that show love to the Twizzlers. After we finish eating, I overhear familiar sounds from my childhood, and I stopped by to check out this vendor's gaming consoles. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was standing here a little longer than I was supposed to be, but then I remembered the whole reason we're even on this mission. We shouldn't put it off any longer. Man, I can't get over how huge this place is. I make my way around the maze of exhibitors and vendors, and over to where the celebrities are. I'm not even sure where to go. So I figured best to try our luck and jump into the crowds. I go through one aisle, I don't see them. Look around another, and they don't seem to be down this one either. Something's telling me they have to be on this next aisle. As I get around the corner, I look up, and I finally found them.
Jason Font, who played Time Force Red. We have Nakia. She played Zeo Yellow and Turbo Yellow. And then we have Catherine Sutherland. That is our main focus for today. I finally found them. Let's get this done.
I will be honest, I'm not really sure how you approach someone you grew up watching or just a fan of, really. But to be fair, I'm sure they've seen it all.
No, okay. So then let me get to this. Will you autograph this for me?
Yes, of course.
Have you seen that
I
before?
have seen this one.
Yeah.
Very cute.
I know lots of people do the here, I got my own, so you don't even
Yes.
have to.
Right.
So I know a lot of people they do the Funko Pops, but I actually like those a little
These
better.
too. I like these a lot. Have you seen? There's another one. What's it called? Starts with a D. They're like little. They look like little pops almost. I can't remember what they're called, but people collect those too. They're really cute.
I have not actually. I just started getting into collecting. They are. Here, let me make sure this is working. No, we're good.
What would you like me to write?
It's muffin time!
Of course, I had to get her to sign the iconic line from the series. No matter what season or team, they will all say it at least once.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
And can you also appear by?
Do you want that in this one too?
Yes, please.
Right.
While she's taking the time to sign the comic book, I take the time to look over the autograph, and it came out great. I'm really glad I chose to grab these markers before this event. Since I'm here, I figure I might as well ask her about her time with the show.
What was your favorite series to do? MMPR, Zero, or Turbo?
I love them all.
Yes.
But I would say if I had to choose, I would say Zio just because that was my own season.
Yes.
And I really love the storylines of Zio.
Yeah.
Since she's doing something for the collection, I figured I'd ask her about her experience with collecting.
When's the last time you collected something?
I just bought the Free Zero Zeo figures.
Yeah.
I just bought those. What else did we get here? We got the 3 Zero figures. Oh, and the pops. They're coming out with Zeo pops.
Okay.
So we pre-ordered those as well.
Are you gonna take the time to get them autographed as well by your?
Yeah, that's gonna be for my kids.
Nice. Okay. Thank you. Let me get out your hair. Yes, you too.
With one of 3 autographs down, let's make our way to Nakia.
Hey, see, great minds think alike. That's actually what I wanted you to sign.
What?
This
Oh my
comic
God.
here.
You have it.
I do.
Do you have it from the 90s?
No,
Or did you just get
I
it?
don't. I just got it.
Now, I really wish I could say I had it from the 90s and that I was a responsible kid who kept up with his belongings, but unfortunately, I can't. Before I get my autograph, I took the time to fill her in on my challenge to get the original team to sign the metal figs. Eventually, the small talk stops and I get my autograph.
I have time.
So I'm signing this for you. And you
Yes.
want me to do yellow?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, I like this pen. Very well. Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that it for you, darling?
Yes.
Well, now that you mention it, it would be a shame to let this opportunity go to waste. So I asked her about her time with the show.
Out of Zeo and Turbo, what's your favorite?
So I liked CO because I felt like the producers and the writing staff catered to a few episodes that centered my character.
Yeah.
So that felt very blessed about that. There were a lot of Tanya centered episodes in Zeo, so I love that part and I love their suits.
Yes.
Turbo, we got to fight. In
Yeah.
Zeo, we did no fighting. Those were all stunt guys. You never saw us fighting in civilian clothes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to go back and check that
Yeah,
out.
go back. I at least didn't have any fights. I don't recall if the boys did, but because they were all martial artists, all the boys are martial artists, but we didn't. Fighting was only done by the stunt guys with the girls. So when we got to the Turbo movie, we took Kat and I. We came in as dancers, and so we knew, dancing.
Yeah.
And we could pick up routines, and so we did 6 weeks of stunt fight training to prepare for the movie.
Yes.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's what I loved about Turbo. We got to fight.
Yeah.
And I like the helmets in Turbo because we have the headlights that shine.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta give a big shout out to Nakia and Catherine for taking the time to sign some autographs for me and just taking the time to chat about me and what's going on in my life. I think it's very easy to forget that celebrities are just like us and have their own things going on in their lives. So I really do appreciate them for that. Now that we have their autographs, let's get our final one from Jason.
Jason,
What's up, man?
how are you doing?
What's your name, brother?
I'm Steven.
Steve.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you. And I also had something for you to sign.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Coloring book.
I could say that I kept up with this coloring book from the 2000s and kept it in good condition, but just like the comic book, I can't.
If you want to do
Right here,
your autograph and character name.
Let's do it, buddy. Here we go.
Nice.
I love it, dude. There it is. See that thing completed. That's amazing condition. I
Yeah.
can't believe you just bought it. It's like
Just
you sit
bought
there
it.
and you think, who's got this stored somewhere?
Exactly.
You know? How much you pay for it?
$15.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they probably bought it for a couple bucks back in the day.
$3 actually.
$2.99.
$2.99.
I was actually thinking $2. How do you know that? It says it.
There was a sticker that came on it, and I took it off.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Love
Big
it,
shout out
dude.
to
Thank
Jason
you.
for signing the autograph. Wait, did he just say?
Can't wait till you meet the rest of the guys because it'd be cool to see that thing completed.
Wait, did I just create another side mission for myself? Do I need to collect the rest of the Time Force Rangers autographs too? And what about the comic book? I never considered that. I mean, this is a collection channel, and that might be cool.
You
But
too.
we'll save those questions
Have a
for
good
another
one.
time. Now, As I try to navigate my way out of this area for celebrities, I see it's really crowded on the side, and I quickly realize why. It's the cast from JJK. They voice the same characters on my shirt. Wait, I got another idea.
I got an idea. I know we came here for the Power Rangers, but I wonder if they'll autograph this for me. So he plays Gojo. Let's go get his signature autograph.
Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to record them doing the autographs, but here's what they sound like if you're curious.
This is what I get to work with? Great, just my luck.
She took one look inside. That can't be good. Are we going somewhere from here? We're going to Tokyo.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it framed or just put it on a hanger and let it sit somewhere. But I like the way the autographs came out. Yeah. Okay. So we have until
Time is ticking away, and we still have half of the stamps to collect just to be able to complete this challenge and get our prize. We were making our way through the hall, then I remember what the man at the info table told us. There's stuff downstairs as well, so let's go check it out and see if we have any luck.
never would have thought to come back out here because you start in there. But this is actually stamp 13. I was actually wondering where this one was. There we go.
I'm glad we decided to come back out and check downstairs, and it was a good thing. Oh hey, another nice costume. It was a good thing we did, because as soon as we get off the escalator, we were finally able to knock out stamps 9 and 8. With the number of remaining stamps decreasing, we see there's nothing left on the floor and decide to head back upstairs. And as soon as we do, bam, lockers.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really sure if this sign was here the whole time when we first walked in.
Hello.
I'll have to review the tape and see.
Getting a stamp.
You go under the escalator, you go through that doorway to like video game. It's like there should be like a table right there, like that could get the stand.
Now that we finally got stamp number 12 added to the collection, we can finally make our way to our last 2 stamps.
Gotta pay $50 for that. All right, so we got most of them. We only need one. Which is the main stage. Which is upstairs. All right, we made it up to the 4th floor. This is the last stamp. One of the last things to do for the day. That's all 13. Let's go see what we want.
I really have no idea what it could be. Merch, tickets to the next event, who knows? We have to go see. As I take the escalator down to head to the merch table, I reflect on everything that happened to me today. The things I saw, the people I got to meet and talk to. It's been interesting to say the least. There was so much to do here. It makes sense why this is a 3-day event. It looks like people are starting to close down.
Hello?
Let's make our way to the merch table and see what we want. I hand over the completed passport and let her know we've gone through each level of this event today. But we finally got it completed. Within time, too. And what is it that we get for our hard work?
We got a pin. We got a pin. Thank you to the merch girl for helping us out.
And yes, thank you to the merch girl, because if not for her, we probably would have missed that first stamp. So thanks go to her. And not just her, thanks to the Power Rangers I got to meet today. and share a laugh with. Even thanks to the JJK crew for taking the time to chat and joke around with us as well. They all definitely made this an event to remember.
So I just got back, and boy, am I feeling it. I knew that event center was going to be big, but it was a little more than what I was expecting. But either way, we had an objective, and we accomplished it. I got Catherine Sutherland to autograph the metal fig. I think it turned out pretty great. And not even just the metal fig. I got to give a big shout out to Jason, Nakia, and Catherine Sutherland. The Power Ranger team, they were actually pretty cool. You know, they had the time to just sit and chat, you know, just about the event and even just finding out about me, you know. So just being able to chop it up with them and just get a little bit of their experience, you know, at the event itself was pretty cool. The JJK crew, I was able to get all four of them to sign my shirt. Too bad I couldn't get them on camera, but either way, I'm just glad I was able to get their autographs and make some use for that shirt. You know, going around and seeing everybody in costume, like it's fun. I can see why people do it. Some people enjoy it and putting in the time and showing off their work. Um, you know, I got these shirts just so we can blend in and look like we know what we're doing. But I think getting a costume or like cosplaying might actually be fun. You know, maybe if I work through these, that might be something I think about later. But I think for, you know, just the first time and just going and seeing how the convention works, how everybody moves around was insightful. So, other than that, that's all I have. I can't wait to go sit down and put my feet up. We accomplished our mission. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.